Hey everybody, Brian here. In this video I want to show you this car here, 2020. This is Honda Civic. This is a Smart Plus. It's the saloon version, so the sedan, and it's a 1.6 diesel. Anyway, in this video we'll look around the features on the outside and the inside of the car, and we'll go for a quick drive in the car, so by the end of the video you'll have a good idea of what this car is all about. So this is actually a one owner car from new. We sold the car originally ourselves. We are a family run business in operation for 75 years now. So anyway, what I really like on these Civics, the sedan was a little bit more seldom, so the hatchback obviously was always the most common model in a Civic. The sedan disappeared off the market around 2010, and then around 18 it came back in as well, in this kind of shape. A couple of things that you'll always know a sedan. So they have this kind of chrome nose along here, but it works really well because the wheels, instead of being black, were more this kind of diamond cut finish, which is nice and shiny and reflective. It looks really nice, but it also matches those chrome door handles and then the chrome around the windows. Now, on the hatchbacks, there's only one piece of chrome, so I normally used to remove that piece of chrome because I think it looks better you have all black. Whereas this car's got a lot more chrome going on, so it makes more sense. So they all kind of match up each other, and it makes it kind of, I suppose, more congruent. The black works really well with chrome, in my opinion. And I know I'm going to sound like a complete used car salesman here, but I think that's a really, really nice looking shaped car. It's a little bit different than the hatchback. I think on this, because it's black, the windows as a privacy tint, they look really nice on the back as well. But I just think it's a very, very sleek and, I suppose, a little bit less kind of common shape. Like, I suppose I've just driven up behind these cars so many times on motorways where you see them driving along and you have those really nice big taillights on the rear. You have the little side markers over here which make it look really wide, and I think they're quite nice. I like them, the little orange ones, but the taillights are really distinctive. But I actually just think that's a really, really nice shape on the rear of the car. And like I was saying to you then, if you drive directly up behind one of these at night time, it's a really distinctive looking shape with those big taillights on the rear. I like them. I think they're really nice. They're a kind of an LED. Well, not kind of, they are an LED with two strips, but they have that, see the way the shape of the C and the shape of the C, that kind of works together. I know it doesn't really for some people, but technically that's the same shape C as you see in the font, which kind of is like that. It's opposite. Anyway, I'm only distracting, but anyway, they're the kind of things, small little details that make a car look cool. I think that's a really nice looking car. Anyway, this, like we're saying, is one owner car from new. It's got a really, really good service history with the garage here as well. We'll obviously supply the car with 12 months warranty and a comprehensive service before it leaves. So let's have a look around some of the stuff that is on the inside of the car that I think makes them a really nice, practical and well-equipped family car. Okay, so to get into the boot, you press the button over here, or what you'd also do then is okay, it's popped open, so just close it back down. Oh, actually didn't. So see the way there, I use the key. By the way, that's just, it hasn't been cleaned properly yet. Pop it, dead handy. Nice big boot actually, with seats that can be folded down just by pull, and then that releases them, and you get the same flexibility you get in the hatchback. Now look, I'll be honest, so that's, you know, dead handy obviously, and same on that side as well. What I was going to say to you, being honest, the boot's longer in this compared to the hatchback, but the aperture, so from there to there, is narrower. So if you are somebody that wants to put stuff, large, tall stuff, hatchback's probably going to work better, but this is a longer boot if you have lower things to put in. In terms of the size of the car on the rear, so I've been driving, well, not driving, it's just drove around the back, but that's how it would sit in the car. So to give you an idea, so if I sit into this car, headroom is actually quite good, legroom is excellent. The rear windows are privacy, which is practical, looks nice, but they're actually practical for, you know, young kids and stuff like that. I've got an armrest down here with some storage, got 3 head restraints and 3 3-point safety belts all the way across. And we've had 4 Civics at home. We still have a Civic at home, and the Isofix points are hidden in behind here, but they're really simple and easy to use. Oscar, that used to own this car, his kids are growing up, so a lot of his driving would have been just by himself and his wife going up and down to work and stuff like that. So over here, tweeter, speaker, so every door has kind of 2 sound outputs, electrics for windows and mirrors, height adjustable seat, lumbar support for your lower back. That steering wheel is rake reach, so it goes in and out and up and down as well. Anyway, we'll go for a drive in the car. So just while we're driving up from the backyard here, so you saw electrics over here. It's a really nice gearbox in these, you'll see as I'm driving it. Armrest, USB connector, movable armrest, a little bit of a pocket down through there that pushes down into here, USB connector, HDMI. So you can use things like, you know, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. That is a reverse camera, by the way. It'll have sensors on the front and it'll have sensors on the rear also. There's navigation also built into the car as well, from the factory, Garmin. But most people these days, they are using things like Android Auto and stuff like that. The climate function then is touch and swipe. So front and rear windscreen demisters and things like wing mirror demisters and stuff like that as well. Handbrake's automated, so engage, and then to drive away, I just drive away as if there's nothing, and it automatically releases. Information in here, average speed, fuel efficiency, next service, all that kind of information's there. And then things like cruise control over here, so I can have cruise control with adaptive speed limiter, so I can follow the car in front. If they slow down, I slow down, and I can choose the distance I want to stay behind them. I got a lane keep function to keep me dead center in a lane, or I've just got a lane departure, which only warns me as I drift out of the lane. What's nice in these, I know they're great, they're very, very good features, but sometimes they can wreck your head. And this is one of the last cars, I'd say, that you can permanently turn it off. Most cars going forward, you have to turn it off every time you drive the car, so that's kind of useful. But like you're saying, like, it's an excellent feature. There is driver's airbag, passenger curtain side. The other thing then is lights are automated, so they dip when they meet traffic, they go into full by themselves, they come on daytime and nighttime, and wipers are also even automated. So from the point of view of when it rains, they come on themselves. Anyway, let's see what it's like to drive. Oh yeah, sorry, just one other thing. Service book. Never be afraid of a service book with oily grease prints on it, because it means it's actually been handled, which is a good thing. Service history is really good on this car, so it's been done all the way through. That's what, 7 services the car's had in its life so far, and we're going to give it the 8th then, so it's really well looked after. So this engine is 1.6, 120 horsepower, but 300 newton meters of torque, so there's a good feeling of power when you put your foot down. Probably much more than feels kind of quicker than the 1 litre petrol, even though they're similar horsepower. And then the suspension on the road, it's really nice, so independent rear suspension all the way around. These cars, and they're slightly wider. I think they feel wider than some of the other cars in this segment, so they always kind of give me confidence when I'm driving on a back road like this. Fuel efficiency, this car was reading 5.2 at the time of the drive, 5.2 litres that is. You know, 5 litres, 5.5 litres, 50, 55 miles per gallon, very realistic. Lovely gear change as well, really nice gear change on these cars. They drive good, and like this example, because it's got a nice service history, feels like a tight car all the way through, feels like it's been looked after. But anyway, look, you'll see that if you come drive the car yourself, see what you think, but I think it's a good example. So anyway, there you have it. That is our 2020 Honda Civic Diesel Smart Plus. If there's information you want on the car, best way to find out, Brian is my name, 086 843 1945. Call, text, WhatsApp. I'll run through information about scrapping a car, trading in a car, finance. There's information about this car. Anyway, hopefully the video's been useful. Hope you like the car. Thanks for watching.